In a world where every moment is shared, every meal photographed, and every smile filtered, there's a quiet group that chooses to stay unseen. They scroll, they like, they watch, but they never post their own photos. Maybe you know someone like this. Or maybe it's you. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? Why do some people never post their pictures on social media, even in a time when visibility equals validation? The psychology behind this choice is deeper than most people realize. Social media has turned likes, comments, and followers into emotional currency. Every heart, every emoji, every nice pic gives our brain a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical that makes us feel pleasure and reward. For many, this has become addictive. But some people simply don't chase that feeling. They don't measure their value by numbers on a screen. For them, self-worth isn't found in notifications, it comes from within. These are people who don't need others to tell them they're enough, because they already know it. In fact, many who don't post their pictures often have stronger self-esteem. They don't rely on the opinions of strangers to define their worth. Psychologists call this internal validation, a kind of confidence that comes from knowing who you are without needing anyone else to confirm it. They don't panic when a post doesn't perform, because they never needed to perform in the first place. Their silence isn't insecurity, it's peace. Then comes another powerful reason: privacy. We live in a world where everything is shared, from relationships to routines, but some people simply believe not everything belongs online. They see social media as an open window into their lives, and they'd rather keep the curtains closed. They know that once a picture is out there, it's no longer under their control. It can be copied, judged, or misused. So for them, privacy is not about hiding. It's about protecting their personal world. It's about having control over what they share and what stays sacred, and let's be honest, the fear of judgment is real. The internet can be a harsh place. Post a picture, and suddenly, you're open to criticism from anyone and everyone. Maybe someone comments on how you look. Maybe they compare you to others. Maybe they just scroll past, and that silence feels even louder. For some people, this fear of being judged or misunderstood becomes too heavy. Psychologists call it social evaluation anxiety, the discomfort of imagining how others might perceive you. And when that anxiety grows, avoiding social exposure becomes an easy defense. Have you ever stopped yourself from posting because you thought, what if they don't like it? If yes, you're not alone. Millions of people feel that exact hesitation. Now let's talk about personality. Some people, especially introverts, naturally avoid posting because it drains their energy. Social media, for them, feels like noise, a constant demand for attention. They'd rather spend their energy quietly observing, reflecting, and connecting on a smaller scale. It's not that they dislike people, they just value depth over visibility. For introverts, posting photos feels like stepping into a spotlight they never asked for. They enjoy watching, learning, and thinking, without needing to be seen. Then there's authenticity. Some people feel that social media distorts who they really are. The filters, poses, lighting, captions, everything creates a version of us that's edited and incomplete. And some people simply don't want to play that game. They feel more authentic by not participating in a system that rewards appearances over truth. For them, not posting is an act of honesty. It says, I'm not here to impress, I'm here to be real. When they don't post, they aren't hiding, they're protecting their authenticity. And here's an interesting truth: not posting is also a form of expression. It's a statement that says, I don't need to prove who I am. In a culture obsessed with visibility, silence becomes power. It shows emotional maturity and self-control. It says, my peace matters more than your perception. Sometimes, that quiet confidence speaks louder than any picture ever could. Now think about which type of person you are. Maybe you're the private protector who values personal space. Maybe you're the secure soul who doesn't need attention to feel confident. Or the quiet observer, someone who enjoys the world without needing to perform in it. Maybe you're the fearless introvert who finds power in calm. Or the authentic seeker who refuses to trade truth for attention. Which one sounds most like you? But let's be fair, not everyone who posts pictures is seeking validation. Many do it out of joy, creativity, or connection. For some, social media is their way of expressing emotions, memories, or art. They use it to share love, not to chase likes. So there's no wrong choice. Whether you post daily or stay private, what matters most is your intention. The real question isn't what you do, it's why you do it. So ask yourself honestly, when you post, are you doing it to connect or to be seen? That one question can reveal a lot about your relationship with social media. It can show whether your actions are driven by confidence, creativity, or comparison. This made you think twice about your online habits. That's a good thing. Awareness is the first step to understanding yourself in this noisy digital age. Because sometimes, the loudest people online are the loneliest offline. And those who stay silent have already found what the rest are still searching for: peace, confidence, and contentment within. If you found these amazing psychology facts eye-opening, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more human behavior insights, and share your thoughts in the comments. Because understanding others starts with understanding yourself, and sometimes that begins in silence.